And tonight is our usual Q&A, so question and answer session with myself regarding RealmSmith and everything that we do here. Super pumped and super excited to take all of your questions, especially about last night's session. It was a doozy, and hopefully you guys can hear me and everything is good to go here. Just going to jump into the chat real quick. And see how you all are doing. I'm a little late to the game tonight, just a touch. So just bear with me while I kind of get in here. I will say that life has its ups and downs, that is to say the least. And I know it's only Tuesday, but I've had a pretty rough week. And the reason I tell you this is because you know, a lot of people are asked how you doing, and somebody just said how you doing. Everybody's like, yeah, I'm good. And frankly, I'm not. I got some news today that is hard. It's family stuff that I can't share publicly, but. Anyways, it's still broken ankle, bad news today, other stuff going on in my life. So just want to be transparent about that because, you know, you see us on Twitch, you see us online, you see us doing our thing, and sometimes it's hard to understand or kind of connect with people who are on the other side of a Twitch stream. And so we're just humans and we go through tough times too and tough things. And at RealmSmith, we've always been very much about transparency and about being genuine about what's going on with our lives and kind of all of that stuff. So I just thought it was important to be able to share that with you guys and say that we're not always okay. And during these times, it's important to have people around you that can support you and all of that stuff. So much love. And, you know, I actually second guessed doing the show tonight because I wasn't necessarily in the mindset to do it. But then quickly realized that the community is what gives me kind of the strength to go on in certain times. And do the things that I need to do for the community and in life. And you guys are incredible. You guys are always awesome. And I'm seeing all of the love brought through Twitch here. So thank you so much, guys. Lots to talk about. Lots of things coming up. A couple quick announcements. I've got the potion bottle working tonight. So if you follow or subscribe, it will go off. It'll go once for purple for a follow, and it'll blink, I think, 3 times for a subscription. So love you guys, and if you love what we do, then consider doing that even with Twitch Prime. And if you do subscribe, you can be part of our awesome Discord community where people are role-playing as Vistani that will basically affect our live stream, and our live stream affects that Discord as well. Last night after the session, almost the entire cast, Brandon, Joel, myself, Josh, and Julian all raided camps as zombies in the middle of the night. And that was crazy. It was fun. And it coincided with what happened in the stream. And people had a blast. There was a life lost in the Discord. And one of the characters died. But it was epic and awesome. And I thank you guys for, again, just coming along this crazy ride. I think we have like 300 or more Discord folks now. A large portion of those are actually part of it. And I see people saying, I missed it, I'm bummed, I know. And we did it at night because it was that thing, right? Zombies and Strahd, when it happened, we imagined that it would actually happen when there were less people at the camps. So it was kind of, the intention was to catch you kind of unprepared. So, but we will be doing lots of that stuff at different times of the day. I know there's been lots of raids and stuff in those camps. So keep up with that and prepare for it. and I hope that we're not making you all incredibly paranoid about us coming in and wreaking havoc into your experiences. It's in your camps. It's so much fun. Last night's session was incredible. Matt Lillard, of course, and Nora joined us as usual in their respective roles, and it was amazing. Last night, I have to say, was the best session I think that we've ever done as RealmSmith. There was incredible role play. There was incredible interplay between the characters. There was some really awesome stuff going on. And so I want to thank all of you for being a part of that, because I almost came to tears at one point during that session. And it was pretty incredible. At the end of that session, I kind of let a collective, the whole table kind of felt it. And it was pretty incredible. Especially that moment with Sterling. But we can get into that. You guys can ask all your questions when we get to that point regarding everything that kind of happened. And hi, Michaela. I want to thank and welcome Michaela from Beetle and Grimm. I'm wearing my shirt. I'm repping to our wonderful main title sponsor. And want to welcome you to the stream. And this is our fun little corner of the internet that we have on Tuesday nights. A couple quick things. I will be painting these. These are early releases. You can't really see them, and I don't have the table cam ready. Maybe I'm going to try. You know what? I'm going to try. Here we go. Let's see if I can get the table cam working here, just so I can show you guys what it is that it's not even on. Look at this. This is live. I want to say TV, but it's not TV, folks. Live internet. All right. That's my Aircast that I still have on for 2 weeks. That's fun too. Anyways, so these are early Dwarven Forge Wildlands sculpts that have been sent to me. These are even still resin. They're not even Dwarvenite yet. They wanted to get me some early sculpts so that we could do some painting of them. I'm going to be doing that. And I'll be posting. I actually wanted to paint them live tonight. Didn't get the chance to kind of set it up properly. Like I said, it's been a rough day, so I apologize for that. But we will be doing them. I will be painting them at some point soon. I don't see it working. It's not working, unfortunately. That sucks. I was hoping that maybe it would, but it does not, and I don't know why. That's really weird. Let me see if I can just figure it out real quick. It is working. Awesome. All right. This is one of the floating, I forget what they call them, but they're stones. They're kind of these purple floating stones. On the bottom, I don't know why the video there is lagging as bad as it is. But anyways, they're the floating stones that you can use, and basically they have like clear rods that come out and they float above things. And then they can also be used, that was dead Callie. They can also be used as like upright rocks that are kind of table ready. And then we also have this wonderful tree. Check out this tree. I think it's one of the swamp trees. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But like I said, I am going to be painting these in the next few days. I'm trying to set up a live stream in order to do that. So maybe I will. But yeah, you can see these awesome roots that they have. And this is just basically primed at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and paint those very soon. So just for your viewing pleasure, that is coming up. And you can check out their Kickstarter, which is still live, Wildlands. They've knocked it out of the park on their Kickstarter. They've raised a ton of awesome funds in order to do an incredible job with their new Kickstarter. And anyways, we're really pumped to be a part of it. And we want to thank them for their ongoing product support and sponsorship. Also on Sunday, I'll be I will be running a Jasper's Game Day game. As you know, thank you for the follow. Jasper's Game Day is a awesome day of role playing that is specifically highlights and raises awareness for suicide prevention. At RealmSmith, as you know, that is really close to our hearts. Super close, as we lost one of our players to suicide 2 years ago. And so all the hearts to those folks who deal with mental illness and all that sort of thing. And we do this for you. We sold 3 seats to the community, and 3 of our community members, Puffy Lion, Roman Wolf, and Sakura, all won the bids to play, and we raised over $1,000, I think, in all 3 seats for the cause, which is incredible. And for that reason, we will be holding that session on Sunday, and it will be a one-shot based in our Into the Mist world with Curse of Strahd, with certain cast members playing. I think, and I'm going to say this, and I'm not even sure if it's totally true yet, but as of right now, my understanding is it is going to be Brandon, Adam, and Josh, our producer, I think will be playing. And then with the 3 members of our community playing Vistani characters with myself as a DM. So it'll be Sterling, Dimitri, and then Josh's Vistani character. It's going to be fun. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be a blast. So tune in to that. Jasper's Game Day on Twitch is going to be where we are. Noon Eastern on Sunday. Then, of course, Thursday is Players Table with Joe Auger this coming Thursday. And then Sunday, we're back to Nolzers, and then back to episode 8. I can't believe we're halfway already through the Into the Mist season. All right, we're going to get into some questions here. I've already taken enough time with announcements. And I'm also excited to ask you guys some questions about last night, too, because we had some pretty crazy moments last night. Memorable moments, really deep moments. Make sure that you write comment or question in front of your question or comment, because the mods, it's hard for me to kind of look through the entirety of the chat as it goes by. So make sure that you do that in order for us to get the information that we need, so that the mods can pass me these questions. And they're just coming in furious right now, so I love it. I'll try to get through as many of these as I possibly can. Aw, Zip. Zip, which is, again, one of our most, I guess, excited and newer members of the community. And I always love when she posts and stuff, because she's just so excited about everything and so supportive. So welcome, Zip. After this season's finale of Into the Mist, is it coming back? It's not the end of the campaign, is it? I never want it to end. Zip, that's very sweet. It is not the end. Curse of Strahd is intended to go from level 1 to 10. So the characters are only at 5 now. They're only halfway, and the levels start to slow down. So we have a multitude of seasons. I don't know, multitude. We have a number of seasons left for Curse of Strahd moving forward, unless something drastic changes. But that is the plan. The plan is to continue to come back for Curse of Strahd. But after this season, so after Halloween, we're probably going to play the Friday night before Halloween, so the 30th, I think, of October, will be the finale. The intention is to have come back with Tides of Wildmount for a season, and then we'll come back for Into the Mist again. And that just breaks it up a little bit, helps kind of my creative brain reset, helps people to catch up on the seasons that they really enjoy, that they, if we kept going, like some streams do, and do lots and lots and lots and lots of episodes, then I find it difficult for people to kind of catch up and watch. Like, we've had people binging all of our seasons. It's been nuts on YouTube with the VODs. So we just want to make sure that that continues to happen. And that's kind of our approach to all of that. So Dish Pickle says, thank you, Jason. I've never participated or seen the Irina scenario completed that way. Note, so again, there will be spoilers for what has happened in the basically in the campaign so far. So I will not spoil stuff for the future. I will not spoil Curse of Strahd stuff for the future. But if you haven't watched last night's episode, or you're playing Curse of Strahd and don't want spoilers about previous stuff, I would cover your ears during some of these questions. I will say spoiler warning before them so that you know. Spoiler warning. In the book, it talks about last night, what happened last night happening. I didn't intend for it to happen. In fact, when I came to it, I actually spoke to the plot guys, so Josh and Julian, our producers. They helped me kind of think through plot and stuff. And last night I said, guys, I don't think I'm going to do it because Irene is so integral to the story, and she'd become such a kind of a touch point. And last night I made that decision in the moment. When they got to the pool and Matt Lillard's character, Rictavio, said, just let it happen. And everyone kind of just allowed it. I was like, here we go. And I just went with what the book suggested, or is one of the things, so one of kind of the endings of how that should happen. And I just let it happen. And it obviously upset Strahd greatly. And his vengeance was felt, especially for poor Ismark in that moment. So yeah, I did not see it completing that way. I did not attend it. I wasn't going to do it. And then in the moment, I just felt like it was a very narrative, a very strong, dramatic way to bring that to a completion. Zip says, this is my favorite corner of the internet. Aw, Zip, come on now. You gonna make me cry. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Comment from Nom Carver. Awesome show this week. Amazing story, living with the PCs and direction of the NPCs. Thank you very much. Yeah, we continue to see our players' characters really grow. If you noticed last night, there was some interplay, and my job as a DM, I've said this before, isn't to kill players. It isn't to strike fear necessarily, although that is part of the drama. My fear is to facilitate fun and story. And so when that started happening with Sterling, when Sterling started rocking back and forth saying there's no happy endings, I literally just backed off and I allowed it to happen because it was powerful. I started to tear up. People around the table were tearing up. I could see that Matt and Nora were feeling it as well. And so I just let it happen. And it was unreal last night. And so we're going to continue to see that sort of connection to things, I think, moving forward. This campaign is blowing my mind from that perspective. Not just from an entertaining perspective, but just from a character, role play, all of that kind of stuff. It's pretty awesome. Cathedral asks, have they shown the Muskoka Mini yet? Oh, I have the Muskoka Mini, and maybe I will have my son grab it. He's all the way upstairs. I'm going to grab it. One sec. I'm just going to talk to you while I do. I'm just going to step away with my busted ankle, and I am going to get that for you and show you. Why not? It arrived today, literally like earlier today. I got it in the mail, and I'm going to show you this awesome miniature because it's pretty great. It's pretty great. Now, again, this was sent to us by the wonderful people at Hero Forge, and we're so very happy and thankful to be receiving it. And I will put them here for you to see, and some of our other Hero Forge minis. So there's a Cali here behind, so you can kind of see a painted version, and then there it is. Okay, I'll show you here. Oh, geez, that's not good. I almost lost Muskoka. Here we go, here we go, here we go. There it is. So we've got the Muskoka Initiative Tracker, which is awesome. And it's hard to tell the detail a little bit because it's not painted yet, and it's just the resin being painted, or the plastic. That is him standing in his awesome pose, this little belly. So great. You can't really even see his mustache. And that is his unconscious Muskoka figure. What I will also show you guys now, because you can see them up close now, are all the unconscious members of our party that I painted from Hero Forge. Maybe we'll try and get an even closer look at these because you guys haven't seen them up close just yet. They're pretty fantastic. That's Callie. That's Sterling. Not Sterling. Dimitri. I had all the others here somewhere. Where are they? This is also the Winged Callie mini, which I don't think you've seen yet. Up close. You guys have seen it on stream, but you haven't seen it up close. That's Winged Callie. And I don't know. That's just regular Callie. Which is fun. These are so fun to paint, and the miniatures are just so great. And it's so awesome to be able to create something that then you use on stream. And then this is Unconscious Falfer, Unconscious Sterling. Oh, that is a scene that we probably don't want to see at any point, do we? And then up close, you can also get Big Sterling, who is huge. And that he is on the table right now, so you can see how he just dwarfs the rest of the characters there. So, anyways, a little fun. Okay, back to the questions here. Arabelle Rosette asks, or question comment, my party just reached Vallaki. Any tips on running it? Yes, so Vallaki is tough because that is the turning point for everything in Curse of Strahd. You get to Vallaki and it just does this, the narrative. It's a bit of the kind of the entry to the sandbox kind of aspect of Curse of Strahd. So what I did is, and what I always say, my number one point of my number one tip, I'd say. I just brain farted there. It happens, folks. My number one tip there would be your players can only follow the threads or the hooks that you give them. So they don't know that anything else exists in this world other than what you give them. So you don't have to give them everything. When we get to Vallaki, I had 3 things that could potentially happen when they get there. They didn't get there yet. I thought they were going to get there this session. But, I haven't done, for those, okay, so there's like a Wachter House thing. There's the Burgomaster's Mansion I haven't done. There's a number of other things that haven't been touched yet when it comes to Vallaki. And so my tip is don't overwhelm yourself with trying to do everything because there's a lot. There's a lot to do, there's a lot to see, and there's a lot for the players to actually be involved in. And don't worry about doing it all in one fell swoop or preparing it all. Just prepare the things that you think are narratively, intentional or smart. And then from there, they can go off and you can do a bunch of other things as well. So that is my tip to you. You can only give the players the hooks that you want them to follow. But the key is to give them enough hooks so that they feel like they're making their own choices. That's important too. Comment from Nom Carver. Jason, every time you mention your friend's story, it hits home. I went through those struggles of dying 10 years ago and the same struggles and recognizing my anxiety now. Story is an amazing way for a reprieve. Thank you. It's a sad story. For those of you that don't know, Todd, one of our players in Sentinels of the Storm, which was one of our first live streams, took his life two Aprils ago, and it hit us really hard. We have a tribute episode on YouTube that you can check out. It's very raw. We're all very emotional, so it's hard to watch in some aspects. For some people, it might be. But it hit us incredibly hard, and instead of deciding to stay silent and ignore it, we decided to just go, bleh, just let our hearts out, let our minds out, let our emotions out, and let the people at home kind of feel it and understand it. And so that's why Jasper's Game Day is really important to us, and why we support it the way that we do. Yeah. Prime Gaming Flaviolum question. Jason, do you think that Falfer doesn't deserve a power check for the children Bones Pie? After all, it is Ravenloft. I'm not sure what you mean power check. Doesn't deserve a power check for the children Bone Pie. After all, it is Ravenloft. I'm not sure what you mean that there. I think I know what you mean, but I'm not totally sure. But yeah. But that pie addiction would have been cleared from his system when he was healed by the Deva, actually. So there's a note there. Do you know what you're painting? Eskid Kai is asking me if I know what I'm painting for. I'm assuming you mean for Nolzers? Not yet. And again, I think it's probably going to be last minute because it's really busy. Actually, sorry, you know what? I don't know if I'll be doing Nolzers because I'll be playing in the Jasper's Game Day game. We'll be running it. So I don't think we have Nolzers this week, actually. Sorry, so I take that back. Did Matt say he's coming back next week? Sorry, I had to ask. That's from Jinxie. I don't know if Matt is coming back. I don't think so. Rictavio's done his thing. He's probably going to go off, do some things, and then he'll come back at some point later on in the adventure, possibly. But it was wonderful to have Matt Lillard for 4 episodes, which I think is a record for him for live streams. I think he said the most he's ever done is 3. So that's pretty awesome. Had a lot of fun last night. Jason, this is Vixen450, who was in the Discord when they were attacked. Thank you. Got to do a ceremony as a cleric today for Brule Roy. It was awesome. Well, thank you. And Morning Lord, rest Brule Roy's soul. And I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. It was fun for us. We love doing that kind of thing. Pepper Jack, comment. Guess I shouldn't ask what Roan is learning at Strahd's place. No, you shouldn't. But I'm sure it's not good. Maybe good for Roan, actually. And I'm not saying he's actually there. That was a joke. I don't know where Roan... Well, I know where Roan is. You guys don't know where Roan is. Comment from Roman Wolf. Last night's interaction in Discord was amazing. I agree, Roman Wolf. And we will see you on Sunday. I'm excited to have you on stream. Jinxie... says, favorite moment when Matt threatened to fireball everyone in the basement. Holy crap, guys, love it. Right? That moment when he was like, you know, either all of you go or we leave, like, that was actually the moment for me, and I rolled for it, that the Deva was like, okay. Obviously, my actions and what's happening here is not going the way that I intended it to. Perhaps we should just take a step back and reassess the situation a little bit. XFit Kimmy says, I love watching playback and seeing Matthew Lillard's reaction to the player's most powerful moments. I agree. And Matt, some of them were like he did this thing a lot when like the guy screamed when he, anyways, it was good. It was really good. Dad Crystal, comment. I loved how you tied Strahd's anger into the Discord last night. I had a blast. And that was great. And that was actually an idea that Julian's like, you know what? I think we should go, that anger should emanate through the Discord. I was like, perfect. Love it. We should absolutely do that. Edward Longleaf says, hello, Mr. Jason. You don't have to call me Mr. You can call me Jason. You can call me Jay if you want. Love the shirt, and thanks again for being so awesome and doing this every Tuesday night for us. You are so welcome. Thank you. This is my Beetle and Grimm shirt. This is the shirt. I bought this shirt, actually, along with my Shield of Faith to support mental health from Beetle and Grimm. So check that out. Head to their website. Check out, they just announced a silver box for Rime of the Frost Maiden. You can find all that on their website, including this shirt, and we are getting a shipment of shirts from Beetle and Grimm, courtesy of Matt Lillard, hopefully this week, so we'll be wearing them hopefully next week. Edward Longleaf says, what paint and paintbrushes do you use? I use all Vallejo products, and I used them even before we were sponsored by them. I love Vallejo's paint quality. I love their colors. Their brushes are great, and that's kind of what we prefer to use here at RealmSmith. And I don't just say that because I'm sponsored. I actually love their product. Sakura, comment. Is anyone else worried that he needs the dead minis? I guess they'll get their use in this campaign. They're not just dead minis, folks. They are unconscious as well. So anytime somebody goes unconscious, I mean, if it was just when they're dead, they're just never really going to be used. But like, they're unconscious minis, and Callie's, frankly, has a bottle beside her. If you take a look at this, there's a bottle there. It's hard to see, but there's a little bottle on hers, so that could also be inebriated. Callie doesn't necessarily have to be dead. They're just unconscious. Anytime they go down, they could just be sleeping. Although they're in their armor, so maybe not sleeping. Minis. Hilarious. Zip, another question. What was the sobbing? I know you probably can't tell us, but it's been killing me. Ooh, I don't think I can tell you, because if they go back to the village of Barovia, they will find out. You will find out what the sobbing was. I can't tell you. I can't tell you yet. Oh, I can't tell you. Sidfar puts hands on your shoulders and gives it a squeeze. Thank you, Sidfar. I appreciate that. And you said don't need to read it out. Put that in brackets before the thing that you say. But thank you. I appreciate it. I could use a little shoulder squeeze today. Adabel Rosette says, how much do you want Matt Mercer back for the final battle with Strahd? I will do anything to get Matt Mercer back for the final battle with Strahd. He's awesome. It was awesome. He's an incredible Strahd. We get nothing but amazing thoughts. I think we're at 90,000 views on that season 2 premiere. So it'd be great to have him back. S. Good Kai says, so maybe the nightmare here when Nolzur's comes back. Can't wait to watch Jasper's one shot. Well, thank you. And Gnome Carver has a comment for the best DM. What is your favorite class and race to play? Oh, interesting. Yeah, so my favorite class and race to play so far probably has been my Dragonborn Monk. That was a really cool kind of gold Dragonborn Monk. I play him. It's Crichton, and you can see him on YouTube in our Dragon's Bane episodes. And for those of you who are missing 4 to 7, I know we have a bunch missing there. We're trying to convert them from Facebook, and it's a pain in the butt. But they're on Facebook. So if you go to our Facebook page and look at our videos, you can check us out there. Zip says, I hope Mel will be back next week. It's so not the same without her. I know, I agree. But she's just dealing with some personal things, and hopefully, well, we'll see if she comes back next week. All right. Okay, I'm going to ask y'all some questions. Oh, Vixen says, can there be a Vistani curse called Glitter Bomb? Even in Barovia, a glitter bomb is not okay. Even in the belly of the beast, in Strahd's realm, glitter bombs are too evil, frankly. So no, Vixen, that can't be the case. Will we get any more bit interactive battles, or will they only be reserved for season finales? Yeah, we're planning something. We're mid-season now, so probably something soon will be bits related. We'll try and work that in. Edward Longleaf asks, the show isn't ending anytime soon, right? I just love this campaign so much. When this campaign does eventually and sadly end, what will happen next? Yes. So no, this will go for seasons to come. Tides will go for seasons to come. Tides of Wildmount. And then when they're over, we'll figure out what's going on in the community. We'll find out what the recent releases from D&D is, and then we'll figure out where we go from there. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and then I want you guys to answer. Just say comment, and I'll look through the chat at this point, so we don't have to worry about our mods adding every comment or every answer. But I will ask them here. So my first question is the same question I ask every week, which is, what was your favorite moment from last night's stream? Love to know. Please post in the chat. Remember to write comment before you do, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that. Favorite moment of last night. I think some of you already said it, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. We'll just wait for some answers there, because so fun. This is our way to kind of hear from you guys. Going off, going off. It says pissed, but I'm assuming you mean P-I-S-T-E, a script. I'm assuming. So going off script and letting Irina go. Yes, that was something. That was a moment where I was like, well, here we go. I think that this is the way that needs to go, and making that kind of decision in the moment was a big one. That's from Sid Farr. I also want to thank our Smith Guardians, our moderators and storytellers in our Discord. Can't tell you guys how much I love you guys. Anonymous, sorry, I keep doing it. I'm just calling you Zip. One of my favorite moments was how the whole resurrection of the boy went. It was so sweet, and also there was no happy ending moment. I cried for real, and Rictavio's dialogue with the diva was amazing. Right? It was all very good. It was all good. As a DM, afterwards, and this is again me telling you guys how I feel, and in the moment and how things kind of affect me. I had a hard time with the way that I ran Callie a little bit. I think that I did Callie a bit of a disservice, maybe. I felt like, but again, when Matt Mercer runs the characters, they kind of stay in the background anyways, and I didn't want to step on any toes or cross any lines with Callie. So in that scenario, I thought that she would just be so kind of torn as to what to do, where her Deva, who she's listened to her entire life, was coming to odds with the new friends that she has, that she only friends in her life, and how that would play out. So I feel like I did okay, but I wasn't totally happy with the way that I handled all of that from a roleplay perspective. So, comment from Pepperjack. Obviously, the reunification of Irina with her lost love, resurrection of the sun, a close second. Second favorite moment, Muskoka casting light on everyone to make Sterling feel better. That moment, man, I still get chills just thinking about it. It was so good. It was so fun, and so powerful. Matt being willing to fireball was huge. The romantic couple was awesome. And this is kind of the first time that we've seen hope in Barovia. Maybe the children being rescued, but this was the first time we saw real joy, real love, and real hope. So, and you need to be able to. Those of you who are running Curse of Strahd, please inject that into your campaigns, or it just becomes too much, too heavy. The slap kiss slap. It was hilarious. I don't know where Matt comes up with these things, but that was hilarious. It was so great. Matt's fireball in the basement plot. Edward Longleaf says, all of it, you're an amazing person with a beautiful, talented mind that I could practically hug. It's so amazing. Aw, man. Thanks, guys. Jeez. Mizik says, when Falford tried to lure the abbot with his Irina disguise. I know, and I wanted it to succeed. I really did, but the Deva is crazy powerful, and caught him in the act. Riggs says, probably the pool scene with Irina and the Deva saying he was wrong. Yeah. The fireball thread. We love the players. I couldn't pick one. Cathandrol says, tied between Brandon's RP and the fireball from Matt. Tam Good says, the letting Irina go, yes. And Rictavio saying he'd take out everybody before, yeah, unless she's going willingly. My favorite moment, the raw emotion of Irina's brother struggling to stop his sister from disappearing into the pool. It totally crushed my soul. My brother would have done that. Both Irina and the Burgomaster's son got me teared up. That says Texas. Zip says, I think you did a great job playing her. Thank you, Zip. Appreciate that. When Muskoka cast light on everyone, Zip says, yes, that was a really good one. Cool Gray 9, who I think is new. Welcome, Cool Gray. I don't know if I've seen you here before. Sterling proning on the floor, protect everyone down in the hole, even though it would pretty much leave him open to critical hits. Right? So good. So good. Door forged. And he became a door forged. That's right. Slap kiss slap, of course. I didn't think Irina would leave Barovia without consent from Strahd. Kensei says. So just so everybody knows, true, right? But I guess the love of Sergei was able to bust through that, which is incredible. Door Forge for sure. When the Davis said, Zip says, when the Davis said he was wrong, that was so good. It was chilling. Oh my, I forgot about Joel trying to trick the Abbott Deva. His voice was so funny, Tim Good says. That one hit clothesline had me out of my seat. One hit KO, right? He hits hard, really hard. Vixen says, I can't choose. Zip says, how unsure all the players and the chat were about the Irina being taken to the depths. That was a really, that was a really tense moment. Because I know nobody knew if it was right or not. Nobody knew exactly if that was what was supposed to happen in that moment. And I think that moment was pretty intense in general for everyone. It was great. It was really great. Loved it so much. Awesome. Those were all amazing. So fun. So fun. Oh, and the polls. Yes, I heard that Julian, Zip says the polls. I know that Julian was posting polls, I think. And obviously, those were awesome. I think we're going to continue to do them. They were really fun. I only found out about them after. I didn't even know he was doing them. So I was really happy to hear that. I forgot what I was going to say. It was a good one, I think, and I forget. Yeah, I don't even know what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. I think that the players, once they saw the power of the Deva and the fact that he was one-shotting people, kind of made them get to a point where it took, thank you for the subscription or or the bits. I think it was bits. No, sub. Thank you for the subs. Oh my goodness. 2. The mods were amazing last night, Zip says. But yeah, that was definitely the moment that they should have not attacked the Deva. The Deva was way too powerful for their level. It was a show of power that I think characters need to see. It's always, everybody always says it's about making encounters balanced to where the players are, and if they're too powerful. No, the Deva didn't want to kill them, obviously, was just knocking them out, was incapacitating them so that he could do what he needed to do. He's not an evil creature. I think the book calls for a lawful evil Deva. I actually kept him lawful good. He was just misled. His good was twisted by Barovia and the power of Strahd. And so he, in that time and in that moment, kind of realized, okay, you know what? I need to do what I need to do. And then in the realization that he was led astray in this horrible land and him himself was corrupted, would have been incredibly, incredibly crushing for that Deva. To be a being of pure good, to be corrupted by the very evil that he's trying to destroy. It's powerful, very powerful. The way Jason played the Deva was so good and creepy and heart-wrenching. Thank you, Zip. That means a lot. What do you guys? I'll ask one more question, and then I'm gonna go here. But what? How do I ask this question? It's a good one, but I'm trying to figure out how to kind of phrase it properly. What do you guys think? Here he is. What do you guys think should be the party's next move? Of all the things that they've collected, and my party doesn't quite always put the pieces together and kind of, and now they're starting to take notes. I noticed Joel's really paying attention, and so certain things, parties tend to do that when things start to get real. But I would like you guys to tell me, remember, write comment in capital letters, tell me what you think the next step the party should take is, of all the things that they have to do and all the places they have to go, what should be their focus? They need to make a list, Cathedral says. Yes, lists are good. Collect the next item. Okay. Dish Pickle says the tome. Pepperjack says they should go back to the Abbey to find what they were looking for. So they found what they were looking for at the Abbey. They found the holy symbol of Ravenkind. Prof. Shelley says they should go back to the part they know, the priest's son in the basement. Ooh, that's a good one. More pies. Sidvar says, evil, evil. No more pies. They should dispose of the shambling mound. It's still in their backpack. What did the David do to Irina's brother's body? Good question. Good question. I know. Good question. They need to go see what the sobbing was. Just kidding, just kidding. Whatever the cards say they need. Maybe that's something they need to do, though. Resurrect Sergei. Irina and help. Resurrect Sergei and Irina and help Strahd be happy, and they all have a happy ending. Interesting. I like that. They already had a clue in the town about the Monkey Man. Thought there was a sword, but holy symbol was the weapon. Yeah, so that was a mistake by, I believe it was Joel. Joel said sword, but it was actually holy symbol. So the cards that they were read by Matt and Eva said that the holy symbol was at the Abbey. They said the sword was lying with a noble. Find the next items to defeat Strahd. Avenge Brulroy. Look for the sword or find a way to be a nonchalant member of the land. Just give in. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna just retire in Barovia and be done with it. That's good. Octavio told them what they need to do. They need to find the sword. I'd like to see more of the Vistani camp. Come visit the Vistani camps. Yes, Zip says. And that is absolutely in the plans, guys. Just so you all know, it is absolutely in the plans to visit a camp soon. Stay tuned. Whatever will make it a happy ending at the end, Dag Crystal says. Make use of their deed and make pies at the Windville. You guys with your pies. Dimitri must avenge Brew. I love this. Everyone needs to get drunk and have some fun. Yes, there definitely needs to be a bit of revelry, I would say. Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a little bit early tonight. I got a lot on my brain, but I wanted to stop in, say hi, answer your questions, love on y'all, and get some of that love back. Just want to say how much and how important it is, folks, in these times to hold on to your loved ones, love them, especially during this global pandemic, and make sure that those around you who may not want to talk about things or maybe in a dark place, if you have any sense at all that they are, reach out, whatever that means, because you never know kind of the pain that people are experiencing on a daily basis. So love everyone. And make sure that you reach out and be there for everyone. We will see you guys on Thursday for Players Table. We will see you for Jasper's Game Day at noon on Sunday. And we will see you for episode 8 on Monday of Into the Mist. Man, I don't know how we're going to top last night's episode. It was unreal. But I'm sure we'll find a way. You guys have a good night, okay?